Masta is a Swedish tablet player, currently at rank 7 in Sweden and 488 in the world. He registered his account in June 2018. Masta is an incredibly fast improver that started 2020 off in the mid 4 digits and had climbed to 3 digit by October the same year. Now, nearly a year later, Masta has passed the halfway mark on his journey to 2 digit and is well on his way on becoming an Osu rhythm champion. Masta puts a lot of effort into staying well-rounded and performing at a high level at many different elements of the game. This really shines through on his impressive no-mod scores such as his FCs on Space Invaders, Sidetrack Day, Fubuki and Frozen. He is however far away from being a no-mod one-trick. Masta can play almost all of the mod combinations, even putting in an effort into learning low AR and reading. Masta is also highly respected in the Swedish Osu community for his motivation and drive to play the game, as well as motivating and pushing his friends and other people in the community. The motivation Masta has, paired together with his hard-working mentality and dedication to becoming good at the game, is really inspiring at times, and I bet you it won't be long until we see Masta competing at the absolute top of Osu.
So I think it was in the middle of 2018 during the summer. I remember laying in bed watching YouTube and then I got a Osu video recommended to me. I don't remember what the video was about except for the fact that it was Osu. And then I was like, hey, this looks pretty cool. I'll go on to Twitch and see if there's anyone playing and streaming this game. And then I think I saw the number 8 ranked person at the time. It was June 2018, so I don't remember who it was, but I saw them playing and I was like, hey, this looks cool, let me download this and see if I can do that. So then I downloaded it and I tried to play a bunch of maps and it just didn't go well, of course. But I remember playing Terrain over and over again. I remember sitting there for like maybe 2 hours trying to get an FC on Terrain, and I didn't get it, but it was really fun. I'd say that the thing that motivates me the most to getting better at the game would probably be knowing that I'm not even close to my like true potential, I guess. Knowing that I can get way better than I currently am now is very motivational. And I also want to sort of get to the top, you know? I've already invested almost 3 years of my life and like gaming time into playing this game, so I'm gonna reach for the top, you know? It's hard to say what the most important skill or skill set in the game is. I'd probably have to say that it's reading. Like, I really feel like reading is just like the basis for everything, you know? Being able to do really hard jumps, being able to do low AR, being able to do streams and bursts, space streams, flowy patterns, and so on. It's all just reading, you know? So I'd say that reading is probably the most important skill in the game, but it's also one that's like the most overlooked. People don't really practice reading too much, I feel, and people don't really play maps that require you to have good reading. And I'd say that having good reading can just help you get better in pretty much every single area of the game. Like, I remember when I first started practicing reading, I almost instantly broke through a really, really big skill wall, because I'd say all my other skills were already at a decent level, but my reading was really, really bad. So just practicing a little bit of reading was the thing that pushed me to get my first no mod 400, and then after that I also got a bunch more because my reading has just improved so much, and that allowed me to be very consistent when it came to setting scores. I don't know, I sort of just play maps, and when I feel like, alright, now's the time to get it, I just go and get a score, you know? I haven't really been trying for scores recently that much. Or there's actually one map I've been trying recently, and it's remote control. I missed a DT with like 98% AC, I think, but I still feel like I won't get it anytime soon because it's just not time yet. Like, I mean, if I sat down for like 2 or 3 days straight and grinded the map, I could probably get an FC, but I don't feel like that would be worth it. I'd rather just sort of let it happen when it's gonna happen, you know? So I say that's like my main approach to scores. I don't really try to set them unless I feel like it's time to set them. At the moment, I'd probably have to say that my best score is my Space Invaders FC with like 99.43% AC. But at the same time, I don't know. I know it's a good score, but it took me like one try to do. Like, I hadn't played the map in forever. I'd played it like once or twice before, and then one day I just felt like, alright, let me see if I can do good on this map, and then I got the FC, which I wasn't expecting to get, so it doesn't really feel like a score I grinded for, and I don't know if that sort of like makes it less valuable in my opinion. I don't really know. I'd say that the players that I look up to would probably be the like tourney players. The players that are very, very well rounded in the game and can pretty much handle anything that's thrown at them. Whether it be low AR hidden, a flow aim map, super like stupid jumps, or just really, really low CS. Like, people that can do pretty much everything. So I'd say my main motivations and inspirations in this game are probably Kukizi and Vaxe. I think that they're really, really cool players, and if I have to choose to be like one player in the game, it'd probably be one of them. I mean, it feels good to be a top or very high ranked player in the world, I'd say. It feels good, but at the same time, it isn't really like too different from being like, I'd say maybe low 4-digit or even 5-digit. I'd say that when I was new to the game, it was a lot, I don't know if I'd call it more fun because it's really hard, but I'd say that it was a lot more sort of enjoyable to see improvement and progress, maybe because it was easier to see that improvement and progress. Like, you could see it very clearly, whereas now it's harder for me to really notice if I've gotten better or not, or if I'm like having a good day or whatever. And I mean, yeah, it feels good to be one of Sweden's top players. It feels really nice. I still feel like I can make it like really far. I'm aiming for #1 Sweden in the future, but that's like the end game goal for me, probably, considering that Andros is ranked 10 or 9 right now. So that would be like almost end goal for just global ranking as well, because I'd have to make it really far in the global rankings to get there too. I wouldn't really say I have any dream scores that I want to set, but I used to have one that I wanted to set. I haven't really set the score yet, but I know it's doable. My dream score would probably be an FC on Uda, the 7-star one, Hime. But I feel like that's not really... Like, I feel like I've already gone way past the skill required to actually get an FC on that. So it isn't really a dream score anymore. I haven't gotten it yet, of course, but I've 2-missed the map multiple times, so I think I could get it. So I don't know. I don't really have a dream score. I think like all of the dream scores I used to have sort of become the scores that I'm very close to getting right now. and that sort of removes a bit of the magic for me, I guess. But I think that in the future, I'm definitely gonna start setting some more goals and maybe scores to work towards. I think that probably an FC on like everything will freeze would be my dream score if I had to choose.